Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Polysummoner is back, and this time we're going to play RimWorld. Now, I have a tiny bit of experience with it, so I might not do very well, but I'm willing to give it a try. So we are going to go with Crash Landed, which is the original, or the classic setting for RimWorld, which works just fine for me. And we're going to go with her on regular, just because. Let's name this planet Powerland. Why not? I don't know. 30%. Yeah, that's fine with me. Let's generate. Alright, the world is up and running. Temperate forests, small hills, that's not bad. But I want to be close-ish to a river. That's not terrible. That's a really large river. Just a regular river. That's got granite. Winter temperature is not bad, so that might be a good area. That's a temperate swamp, and I want this to be relatively easy, so we're going to go with granite and limestone. Yeah, that's not bad. I think this will work. 1.3 per year, rainfall, days. Cool. Let's do it. Why not? I don't know enough to go super crazy about this stuff, but the first thing we're going to want is a decent fighter that doesn't have too many traumas attached. Oh, you're pretty good all the way around, except for that health issues. You're not terrible. You're better, especially because you've got shooting and social and intellectual. Ooh, well, let's hold on to you for the moment. It's not terrible, but not a fan. I like being able to have all of my characters capable of doing almost everything, like this person, but with some kind of passion. Because I think it's kind of needed. So that's animals, medicine, and growing. That's actually not half bad, but they're incapable of artistic, cooking, or intellectual. So we'll definitely need someone who's decent at cooking. You have a lot of passion in growing, medicine. No, I need someone who's slightly better at cooking. That's not bad. Oh, that's better. Got a passion in mining. How's our growing? Growing skills are awful. So let's actually switch this guy around. Let's see if we can't. Ooh, that's not half bad. Passion for construction, decent cook. Alright, so my growing skills are the thing that's like really bad. So let's see if we can't get a better one of him. Who's got a bit more shooting and growing. That's the two we're really looking for here with this character. Well, that's better. Great shooting. Incapable of social, but that's okay because I've got them and they've got social. They've got a passion for shooting, decent growing skills. Oh, but I lost my medicine. Darn. And none of these people are good with medicine. So it looks like I'm probably going to get rid of this person for someone who's got at least, I mean, they're well-rounded, but my growing skills are still pretty bad with that. And I need some kind of medicine. Oh, that's not terrible. I'm not a fan of people with melee. They at least have a passion for growing and medicine. So my growing would be through the roof. I have social, I have shooting, so I'll be pretty safe. So my people aren't that smart. My intellectual is pretty low, my medicine's pretty low. I mean, I can get her medicine up. Ivana Drake. I can get her medicine up pretty high. Animals, growing is going to be huge. And I don't really have, well, I've got crafting and intellectual, so this person's going to be used a lot. But I think we're just going to have to deal with it. honestly. Maybe, just maybe. Let's look to see if we can't find another well-rounded character. Because I would really like someone who's good at crafting and intellectual, but well, this person's just completely well-rounded. Crafting, intellect, shooting. That's not bad. Nah, I think we're going to keep the people we have. Let's do it. The three of you awake in your cryo-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on an unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. So we have the river over there, not a lot of space on this side, and we've got some water here, so I might honestly want to get myself right around here. Seems like a good place to build, but I'm looking for fertile soil. See if there's any, 'cause most fertile soil is like right over there and like right there next to this building. We do have tons of structures that I can deconstruct, which isn't half bad, but I'm not a fan of this map. Not one bit, guys. That's okay. So we very well might want to just stick with what we have and probably build something. We might even want, no, because I want to be close to the river, so this seems like the best place to be. So let's take that, unforbid it, take that, unforbid it, take these, unforbid, and that, those. And who's my shooter? You're at 4, you're at 10. So let's put you on that, let's stick you on that, let's stick you on that, because you do have the most melee, so at least we have that. And then I'm definitely going to want to set up a stockpile. Let's do a tiny stockpile over here. Oh, but then I could use this area, which isn't half bad. But no, I think we're going to have to use it right here. So I'm going to use that wall to my advantage and build a decent sized stockpile. And this will eventually be just for raw materials, like wood and stuff. But they're going to haul everything. And then we should be good with resources at the moment. But I am definitely going to want to get up and running on, let me actually just clear a couple of these trees. Just enough to help me keep that wood production up once I start building right here, which I think I'm going to want right there to be the start. And it looks like we have a golden retriever right there. Let's go with 8. And let's go, yeah, that'll be 5. To there, to there. Build a door right there. That guy's going to be hauled out. And then we're going to want 5 there, 5 there, down there. Build that door right there. And do it one more time. There. I like doing that to make sure that each room is the size that I want it to be. Because once that's set up, I'm going to give them all beds. Right there in the middle of each room. Then we're going to set up with wooden floors. And we're going to go over to build a roof. right over this. Right about there. Once that's all set up and ready, let's speed it up just a smidge, and we're going to take a look at this. So I think that's a little too much sleep for everyone. I'm going to take that down to about 6 hours and give them minimum of 2 hours of joy, and if we have an issue, then we'll increase the joy. But setting it up like that's not half bad. So that's not terrible. So it looks like they're pretty decently set up at the moment. What I am going to want is all of them on grow. Let's actually put it up to here. And we want them to all fight fires, do with patience. You're a doctor. Bed rest is good. Don't really need flick at the moment. Warden's okay. Handle, you can be set to 1. You're the cook at the moment. You're going to be the hunter. You're both going to construct, and you're all going to grow here in a minute. The rest of those are okay. I'm going to set you to 1. Smithing and tailoring can be set off at the moment. I'll set all of those to 2. That guy's going to be the researcher, which sucks because I'm definitely going to need someone else who can research. So let's first get another building up and running, which I think I'm going to want, which is 1, 2, right about here. I'm going to have it right to there. And this is going to be, oh man. Let's see if it will let me, yeah, cool. So I'm going to split this room in to about there. And put a door right there and a door right there. This is going to be, actually, let's make the whole building. I'm going to make this whole place a refrigerated storage area. And I'll put in another building right here. That's going to be all of our crafting stuff. So I'm going to want that a little bit larger. And we do have food going, so our biggest concern at the moment are these structures because I want them up and running as soon as possible. So let's speed that up and see how fast these guys can get stuff done. There we go. So at least everyone has a bed for the night. And then tomorrow I want them to start farming. So we are going to have to I'm not particularly a fan of most of the areas down here, but this is decently easy to wall off, which is not bad. That makes me feel safer about the south, and I've got a lot more growing space up north. So I very well, yeah, I'm going to want at least a small patch here, which I think is going to be the medicine, to be honest. So let's do a 7x7 and set its crop to be heal root. So at least we have that, and then we're going to set up growing areas down here. We'll keep them 7x7s. Wait. Potatoes are right. You're going to be rice. You're going to be smoke leaf. And get that pot up and running, because it's going to be great to sell. Oh man. That's okay. I'll put it right here. And then one more right there should probably do it. That is going to be cotton. I need the cotton. And dun. You can try for corn. I mean, we might not get it done, but at least we'll start. And they'll start cutting those down and hauling those off, which isn't a bad thing. And who's Vera, the golden retriever / puppy thing? So they've got tons of stuff to do right now, so keeping it on super speed and we'll see how it gets done. Setting those trees to be cut down, those trees to be cut down, and those trees to be cut down. Can anyone even plant that? Oh my, I might not have enough growing, because you've got 5, and you've got 15. She's planting all that stuff. I would prefer her to be planting that, because I'm going to want that medicine just in case. These guys can take care of everything else. And we'll cut that down. And cut that down. And the rest of that should be taken care of pretty easily. We can haul those off. We can haul those off. And that should take care of most of that. We can haul that off. That'll give us plenty to do for the rest of the spring. And then we'll set up the floors in there. We will roof off this area, which will come in handy a little bit later once I can get my power going down there. That's 100, that's 102, that's 103. So we're definitely going to want one of those, but I don't have anything that needs to be done right away. And we also want a small workhouse, which isn't bad. So let's go in here and set up joy object. I'll put it right there, because I'm planning on taking in or digging into this pretty deep down right there. And we definitely need a lot more wood. So I'm planning on cutting down this whole forest at some point, which is going to take a while because I only have like one person on cut. And that will be taken care of there. Who's on construction? Those two are on construction. That's on growing, which is good because I need all of these plants to grow as fast as possible. And that'll be done not too far from now. And then we're definitely going to want to train that dog. So let's take this, change that into a stockpile. We're going to go into our power. I like setting up a ton of things to do. And I actually want the power to be right here. And that should be pretty decent. And then we'll take it that way. Take it across there. And across this way. To there. Up here. And to the back of that. We got some visitors. I don't think they're really doing anything. A group of the Purple Cliff Covenant are visiting the colony. Yeah, that's about it that they're doing. That's fine. We are going to install one cooler here first off. So let's put it right there. And then we'll get a second cooler right about here, I would say. And one cooler there. And 2 vents going. One there and one there. And then we will go for, yeah, the visitors are leaving. Let's go for There are so many things that I'm going to need. Ooh, Farmer's Burrow. Give our faction a name. Blasted Angels. Yeah. And since it looks like we will be here for a while, Ark also thinks that you should give this community a name. What should this local community be called? Summoners! I don't know. Why not? Alright, so we're going to put that right there, that right there, and that right there, which will take care of a lot of the stuff. We are definitely going to need a lot more wood. That's all up and growing, which is good. I actually think I want to put in another growing area over here that's sizable. Let's actually, so if I can, I want to get tons and tons of, yeah, that'll do. Tons and tons of, yeah, potatoes will be fine. Because we're going to need the food for the winter. And I want that growing to be done by the time winter rolls around. I also want to set up a little, that's obnoxious. I wonder what I can do about that. If there is anything I can do about that. Mad animal. Jump to location. Pause. Where is that? Who's got the good gun? You've got the good gun. Draft. And draft you too. I actually want you to fire the rat. You're fine. And I'm going to let them do whatever they need to do. Let's deconstruct that. And let's look around here and see what else is nearby. That's a mega sloth. And then we're going to want to hunt eventually. Oh, forgot to take you off. Go ahead. Get back to work. Stop slacking. Alright, so now it's time to hit up our production. I'm going to go with... Oh, I need more metal. Alright. So let's put it on regular real quick while I look for some metal. That's silver ore, which is kind of nice to have nearby. Do we have any metal just laying around? Probably not, because I'm not lucky that way, and I was not paying attention to my steel reserves. Oh, there's that. Then I definitely want them to deconstruct. It's a dead rat. Yeah, if you want to grab it, go ahead. Got tons of compacted machinery, which is a pretty good thing to have nearby. That looks like a warg, which is lovely. But I am not seeing any steel. Ooh, packaged survival meals. Definitely take those. Deconstruct that, deconstruct that. That looks like a tortoise. Unforbid that. Worst case scenario, they go and grab it for me. Which will take a while. Ooh, is that steel? That's steel. Unforbid it. So at least that's 227, which should hold me for a little bit. Not a very long time, though. Especially with how I go through steel. But I definitely need that immediately. I don't want to make those guys angry, but I do want that, so I'm going to deconstruct it. And whenever they get around to it, they'll get around to it. Ooh, more packaged meals and more steel. And that's another 200 or so steel. So let's see how it goes. We'll speed it up. See who can collect what. Looks like I don't need to haul those, so I'm actually going to take those off. That guy is stocked and ready. I actually want this to drop down to 16 is a little too much. You can bring it to 28 degrees. Let's set you to 28 degrees as well. 70 is fine for the interior. That'll keep things nice and neat. And I'm pretty sure we have hauling set to a 1. So we're going to want, we don't need crafting or art, tailoring or smithing at the moment. Research will be good. I'm actually going to take off those for now and get you off that. So that should have him get me all sorts of stuff, and I'm going to stockpile on the components while it's early in the game and people aren't mad at me. which is a good thing in my opinion, because it'll take them forever to get over there and get back. My steel is climbing, which is good because I'm going to need that for all of my production buildings, which is what I'm trying to get right now. And we are actually going to set this for food. Keep it with plant matters, but take off most of these guys because they'll be fine out here, which is where I'm going to keep them. And then we're going to go here and take off that and plant matter, but leave all the other ones. Actually, I'll take those off too. And that one off. So this should be specifically raw materials and other stuff like that, so it won't deteriorate. And they'll end up taking that out. I should have done this earlier. Not very efficient of me, I know, but textiles, medicines. I actually don't need you guys in there. What I do need is that stuff. So that should be okay. And I guess this area is only going to be useful for like a few things. Did they already collect all that? Oh, looks like they must have collected the packaged goods. Huh. Did they collect the ones up here? Yeah, they did. Yeah, there's only like one left. That's lovely, which means someone's going to need to start hunting here soon. At least we are still in spring, which is good. But let's look, there's one. Let's hunt for that. I don't really want to hit any of the larger animals, because I don't think I have the defense for when the animals get really, really mad at me and try and kill me. So let's just hunt the little guys. Cool, a lynx. Definitely going to want to tame that later on. Let's set that on, and we are going to want a dumping pile. So let's set the dumping pile down here. That's not a bad dumping pile. And that will be for... that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So that's not a bad place to dump stuff. And look, I found a hare. So we'll hunt those, and hopefully I have someone on hunting right now. Yes, I do, which is good. They will hunt them and just kill them. And then it's up to the cook to actually grab them, slaughter them, and prepare meals, which I never set that task on. So let's actually do that right now. That I have my stuff set up. Gonna want that right there. And then definitely going to need a butcher's table right there. And then we're going to want, I'm not going to need a sculptor's table, but I will need, what's the difference? A workbench can work without electricity at 40% normal speed, 50% speed of an electric tailoring bench. Huh. Electric tailoring bench, please. And I'm actually going to put that right there because it'll be a double use. And I'll explain in a minute. Stone cutters, simple, which should fit right there. And that'll give me some room down here to do some fun stuff. And because I don't want to build another building, I'm actually going to go into my furniture right now and grab A2. Set it up right there. And give them... How many people are there? There's only 3, so you'll get 3 chairs. And then they'll eat and be happy. Give them all head tables because that'll improve their mood for the present moment, and a small animal sleeping spot. We'll just designate it right in there. And then if they can get around to that construction, great. If not, oh dear lord. I don't think... I don't think we'll get to them, but I did find a raccoon. Alright. So yeah, we've set all that up. Chunk of spaceship. It's landed nearby. Awesome, more steel. We're gonna grab that. And yep. Set it. We got a minor break risk. We need meals. And those are far from grown. But that is ready, up and running. So I'm actually going to set on simple meals, do forever. So whatever we've got, they will actually cook it up, which is good. Plant matter, all sorts of food, which is a good thing. And I actually want another door for that. Because then they'll come through here and just do that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is good. And who do we have on cooking? Also a warden, so take off the warden real quick. And that needs to be done. So, Graham, prioritize working on that. Alright. Who do I have on? Oh, I don't have anyone on plant cut, that's why. That's why no one's doing this. Butcher creature, do forever. Alright. Apparently, reconnect. That guy got disconnected. That's okay. Because I'm going to want that to go this way, and I'm going to make a double circuit and drag that there. I'm using tons of metal, I know, but it all has a point, I promise. Oh, great. A heat wave. Lovely. And a raid. Goodness gracious. Jump to location. He just has a knife. How far away is he? He's a decent distance. I'm actually going to want those three to be hunted. That turkey looks delicious, so we're going to hunt him too. This heat wave is definitely going to kill a lot of stuff. He's still waiting out there, so I think we will finish this right after the raid, and I'll call it an episode. Here it comes. So we want everyone. Draft you. Send you right there. Oh, what? Did we actually? He's still alive? Is he still alive? She is still alive. Alright. So let's grab this really quickly. And they are not going to be happy with me for this, but I'm going to put that there and designate this for prisoners. And I'm going to take you and actually capture you. Which is wonderful, because we actually do have someone with a warden skill, which is a primary way to get more people for the colony, which is great. Let's set that on hunt. Research is up and running, so let's go with... I'm actually probably going to want refiners, turn wood into chem fuel. No, I want... Where is... Allows us to build hydroponic basins to rapidly grow crops indoors. No. Passive coolers aren't bad. But where's the... I don't see it. Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it right here. And let's go into it and save, and we will call it, oh, Blasted Angels. Perfect. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like RimWorld. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's a little challenging, and I like to play it as fast as I can, so I kind of get lost track of time, and apparently my words. Anyways, If you like the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It really helps a bunch. And if you like what I do and you want to see more of my stuff, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the little bell icon if you want notifications of whenever I post a new video. I wanted to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.